All right. Good day, yogis. This is Stephen Chang coming to you live from Simha Yoga Lab in Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com. Sorry, say that again, simhayoga.com for the full streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for verification, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm also uploading the videos onto my YouTube channel, which is Simha Yoga Lab. After the videos are streamed, they are uploaded and full access for you anytime. So you do not have to stream with me. You can watch videos anytime, anywhere. I am also doing in-studio classes. If you're around and you would like to take a class, please, again, go to my website. Look for the text in pink. And underneath that, there is a waiver you need to download and also e-sign. E-signing meaning you just type in your name and then also your telephone number. So there's an active participation in the e-signage. And then save it. And then you also have the alternative of printing out the documentation, actually writing in your name and your telephone number and signing it. And then you can either scan it or you can photograph it. And any one of those methods are fine. When you then email me for pre-registration, attach that file. And that will be your authorization and your waiver. And on the email, on the subject line, just put your full name, the date and the time in which you would like to take the class, and then send it to me. I will confirm whether or not I have space for you. We have a 25% capacity here, so it's limited space. Please make sure you do that a little bit ahead of time because I am a one-man person here, so I may not be able to reply back to you if you're emailing me a few minutes before class, right? So try to plan on it the best you can. Do the best you can. All right, let's sit up tall. If you're new to my practice, welcome. If you have tight hips or tight lower back, please elevate and sit up on a block. And also, if you happen to have yoga straps, please grab them and have them near you. I would like to work on some shoulder stuffing using the strap. Now, if you don't have straps, you can always use a belt, a long, thin towel, right? Like if you use really thick towels, it's kind of hard to hold with your hands. So use like a long, thin towel. So that, that might make it a little bit more easy for you to handle and it's a little bit more mobile. Okay, let's sit up tall, palms face up. Fingers come together, mudra. And for those of you who are new to my practice, welcome. If you're working with any kind of injuries, limitations, special conditions, make sure you're making some good decisions about what is appropriate for you and what is not. So you can always skip poses if they are not comfortable for you. And let's start to center the breath with the eyes closed, lips touching, regulating your breath by breathing only through your nose. And letting the inhales even out with the exhale. Smooth out the breath. Let the mind start to quiet. Three arms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer on front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart toward the sky, setting your intention for your yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something, or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart. Mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call a response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Sarva Vushtan, Gato Piwa, Yaha Smarit, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Sapahya, Vishyandraha, Vishyandraha, Suchihi, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side, elongating through the left side of the neck. And take the chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center. Drop the left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction. Ear to one side, roll it back. Opposite side, roll it center. A few more rounds at your own pace. And chin back to center. Pause. Opposite direction. And then back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Coming off your blocks and extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands supporting and turning the toes toward each other. And roll out. Draw in. Roll out. Draw in. Outer rotation, circling. Back to center, switch them around. And come back to center again. Cross your shins. Opposite shin on top. Take the arms up high, extend. Twist to the right on the exhale. Back to center, arms up. Other side. Take the center again. Side bends, right hand down. Left arm overhead. Back to center. Other side. Center again, legs forward, forward fold. Take it back up. Give your side view, bend the knees, grab the front of the shin. Lean it back and round the spine. So you're really looking to spread the back and open up the back of the spine. On the inhale, lift the chest, broaden your shoulders, and gently looking up. Exhale, lean back one more time. And then inhale, lift and broaden. Come back to neutral spine. Walk your feet in together. Wrap the left arm around the shins, right hand behind you, and let's twist. Take the gaze to look forward. To the best of your abilities, grab the outside of the right foot and extend forward, sitting up tall, and twist. Either stay here, if you can extend the right arm back as well, and take a free hand, go ahead and reach your right arm back. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Bend your right knee to grab the inside of the foot and re-extend. Now, if you're not able to lengthen out the right leg fully, that's okay. You can keep a slight bend to the knee. Just try to sit up tall the best you can. Right? Sitting up tall means you're not rounding the spine, right? You're lifting the chest, coming back to neutral spine. You don't have to sit up vertically, right? You can lean back, but you just want a neutral spine. All right, bend your right knee, step the right foot back. Let's switch sides. Wrap the right arm around the shin, left arm behind you, lengthen the spine, and rotate. Take the gaze to look forward. Grab the outside of the left foot. Re-extend, sitting up tall. And then twisting. You may stay here with your left hand supporting or reach your left arm back to twist. Reach your left arm up. You can bend your left knee so they can grab the inside of the foot. Re-extend. And again, if you tend to round at this point, sit up tall the best you can. You can lean back a little bit, right? That's okay. You just want a neutral spine. You're gently looking up at a slight diagonal. Then start to release. Step the feet slightly apart, maybe slightly further forward. Hands come back behind you. You're taking tabletop. Press your hands to the floor, the heels of the feet to the floor. Lift up. Now, first look forward. I want you to think about lifting the hips up as high as you can and also broadening the chest. And then once you have that, if your neck is strong and healthy, you can drop the head back. If that doesn't feel good for you, keep looking forward instead. And take the feet back down. Extend the legs forward. Reach the arms up high and forward fold. Grab your feet, ankles or your shins. Re-lengthen. And then do the best you can to fold forward with a neutral spine. So again, if you tend to shrug and round the spine, it's better to come up a little higher. Even if you grab your shins, right? Sitting up tall, broaden your shoulders. And then lean forward with the heart center. This is a much better forward fold with a straighter spine because you're getting a proper lower back stretch, right? Versus rounding with the spine and shrugging of your shoulders, which really doesn't do anything. So even if you move incrementally just slightly forward, if you can really feel for that lengthiness of the spine and just a slight tilting forward and you feel that lower back stretch, that's a great beginning. All right, release. With your hands supported behind you, bend your knees again. Step the left foot down. Maybe the heel can come a little bit further forward so that you can take right ankle to left knee and then flex your right foot and step the left heel in. Once you have this positioning of your legs, then you can press your hands down, sit up taller, and lean the heart center forward. And that's where the intensity is, right? If you're not able to sit up so tall, you need to be slightly further back. That's okay too. But do the best you can in terms of straightening out the spine and pressing the heart center forward. All right? Make sure you also flex your right foot. And then gently drop the knees over to the left side. Now, you want to try to keep both feet grounding to the floor. So if you're taking the seated spinal twist with the heel, bottom leg in, so with just your left heel. If the left heel's in, it's really forcing you to elevate your right feet, then better to extend the left leg out and take both feet grounding to the floor. You want a stabilizing structure, so you want both feet grounding. And you want the right foot flat. Right hand behind you. Sit up tall. Left arm up. Through that vertical central axis, rotate and try to take the left arm to the top of the right leg. Now, if you're not able to do that, and this forces you to round your spine, right? You tighten the shoulders. Take the arm around the leg instead and see if that will free up enough space for you to sit up vertically and then rotate. If that is still tight, you can take the hand to the knee. And that should give you enough space for you to come out of the roundedness and twist. All right, so again, both feet should be grounded evenly to the floor. Right? If you're able to take a full pose like this, fantastic. Same rule applies with an elbow, arm, or hand. All right, release, square back to center. Keep the legs outside arc. Counter twist to your left. Back to center again. Take the legs back up. Extend the left leg forward. Extend the right leg forward. Shake it out. All right, and then take the arms up high again. And again, reaching forward, grabbing your feet, ankles or your shins, re-lengthening the spine with the intention of that lengthiness and neutral spine. Hinge forward at the hips, leading forward with the heart center. Take it back up again. Bend your knees, step the feet to the floor, hands slightly behind you, and press your heels down and lift. Now start again with the gaze looking forward and lift up as high as you can, right? The hips as high as you can, right? Maybe you can get it to level, maybe less than level, but that's okay as long as you're looking to lift up as high as you can. Now, if your neck is strong and healthy, you can drop the head back. Otherwise, keep the gaze looking forward. Start to take the feet back down. You can walk your right foot slightly forward so that you can take the left ankle on top of the right knee. Make sure you flex your left foot. Then step the right heel in and then start to sit up tall. So you're looking for the tension of the lengthiness of the spine and pressing your hands to the floor, drawing your heart center towards the left leg. And then again, dropping the knees over to the right side. Now again, if the full seated spinal twist is very tight for your hips and you cannot sit all the way down and you're elevated like this and it's a struggle and you're tilting over to the right side, then it's even harder, if you can imagine, right? Trying to twist it. You're not sitting down in a stable position. You're balancing on your outer right hip and then you're trying to twist, right? So that's very difficult to do. So if that is the case, it's better for you to extend the leg, the right leg, so that you can sit evenly on both sides. Remember, also the left foot is flat, okay? Left hand behind you. Right arm is up. Lengthen on the inhale. Exhale, rotate to the left. And again, you can hook the right arm to top the left leg. You can wrap the right arm around the left leg, or you can wrap the right hand around the left leg. Key point is vertical line with your spine and twist from there. Try not to shrug, right? Take it back to center. Counter twist to the right. Take it back to center. Draw the shins back up. Extend the right leg forward. Extend left leg forward. Let's take the soles of feet together this time. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Draw the heels in, grabbing the ankles. And inhale, lengthen. And again, always think about lengthening when you come into these poses. Exhale, take it forward, forward, forward. Take it back up. Step the feet to the floor. Pivot to your heels, supporting your hands. Walk your feet about mat twist distance. And then windshield wiper the knees side to side. All right, and next time you drop your knees over to the right side, draw the heels in and stand on top of the knees. Now, you'll be facing forward, right? I will face you. Now, for those of you who have sensitive knees, you need to take blankets or towels to your knees, go ahead and do that. Now, if you don't have blankets, you can certainly take your mat and double fold it this way, and you've tripled up your mat, right? And just take your knees here. That'll provide a little bit of extra cushioning. If you don't need the extra cushioning, stay as you are. Perfectly fine to just stay here, right? So I want you to sit on top of your shins. Now, for those of you where this is difficult, right, you have additional options. Let's say you're not using a blanket. You can, right? Sit here. If that is not enough, really great way to elevate and make it a lot more accessible for you to take the seated position. Okay? Of course, additionally, if you have blocks, even better. Fantastic, right? So all those are really great options. Take whatever is appropriate for you. Grab your straps. right? Whether it's an actual yoga strap, a belt, a rope, also a thin towel, as I said, right? If you have a really thick towel, right? Let's say it's a really thick towel. It's really hard for you to maneuver and use this, right? If you have a thinner towel that's also quite long, it could be very helpful for you to use for tension. Okay? So we're going to take the strap. We're going to go wide with it. Now, give yourself plenty of room, and you're going to get it, do a test first. You're going to reach arms overhead and see if you can draw the arms back behind you without bending the arms. If your strap is too narrow, right, your shoulders get stuck. There's no way for you to get your arms past, right? So, and in contrast, if you go too wide, right, it's just not going to work. So make sure that you test it out. Go first pretty wide and kind of make an estimation, and then start to go over your head. And then if you start to go back, your tension is going to tell you, do you need more width? I do need a little bit more width, so I'm going to let go a little bit more, and then let it easily work back behind you. So you want to feel tension as you reach up, back, and forward, right? So let's go again, right? Once you've tested out, we're going to start here. We'll go up and back and forward 5 times. Reach forward, up, back, down, back, up, forward, down, forward, up, back, down, back, up, forward, down. That's 2, forward, up, back, down, back, up, forward, down is 3, forward, up, back, down, back, up, forward, down is 4, forward, up, back, down, back, up, forward, down. Release. Walk your hands forward, tuck the toes under, and just press your weight toward the toes, right? So you're coming out of that pointed toe position into a tuck toe position. Is a really nice stretch for your feet and for your ankles, right? And then come into a very short down dog, just in where you were. Okay, we're coming back into that kneeling position. We're just trying to get some circulation back. If you want to walk it out side to side and bring some movement, that's great as well. All right, just move around and bring circulation. All right, let's come back to that seated position. Take the knees down, untuck the toes, and you're sitting on top of your shins. Again, take extra padding as you need. Grab your blocks, your straps again. All right, so same action, but this time you don't have to go as wide. Right, you're going to reach arms up. You're just going to go a little bit, maybe about shoulders width, a little bit wider than shoulders width. Okay, you're going to pull with your right hand. Keep your left arm extended, and just keep reaching the arm, maybe behind the ear, behind the head, and keep reaching to the right side. All right, so there's a nice shoulder stretch to your left arm, left shoulder. All right, and it's a nice strengthening for your right arm. Now, if you want to bend your left elbow and continue to pull down. Now, with your left elbow reaching up, you're getting more of your left tricep. And let's re-extend. Come up, other side. Pull with your left hand. Keep the right arm extended. Maybe keep the arm behind the ear if you're able to. And then keep reaching. Keep pulling with your left arm. So now an overall right arm stretch. Then start to bend your right elbow. Keep pulling. So now with your right elbow bent, the energy of the right elbow reaching up, that should give you a nice sense of more stretch through your right tricep, right outer arm, right shoulder, maybe even your ribs and your right side in general. Re-extend the right arm. Take it back to center. Reach forward. release. Take the hands, palms face up, reach them forward, and extend. Also, think about the top and the front of the shoulders. Lift up and draw outward. Take the palms face down, and then flip them around the other way. So go inwardly. All right, so this time I'll give you the view from the back. All right, so you're going to take your strap, reach your left arm overhead, and drop the strap behind you. Then bend your left elbow. Take the right hand behind you, bend your right elbow and grab the strap. You're going to take the strap and walk your hand. Take the strap and walk your hands upwardly and shorten the strap as much as you can. All right, so once you get to a certain point and you can't walk your hands any closer, you're going to think about drawing the right shoulder back, left elbow up. All right, left elbow up, right shoulder back. If you feel you can get a little bit more, get a little bit more. Once you have that, think about lifting the chest, looking up and leaning back. Come back to neutral. Release your right hand. Then move your right hand out of the way a little bit. Take the right hand back into a fist. Then you're going to extend the right arm out and de-rotate your fist so that the fist is facing up. Then bend your right elbow and draw the fist in. Release your right hand. Extend up. Release your left hand. Extend up. And outwardly and down. So that is called reconstruction of the joints. So consider this, right? You're taking the hand this way. You're taking the right hand. You're going to rotate it internally to bend the elbow, to reach back to grab the strap. Notice that the shoulder is inner rotation. The elbow is inner rotation, right? The right wrist is inner rotation. So you're twisting the muscle fibers as well as your joints in an inner rotation. So when you release that, you want to release the joints by going out of rotation back into neutral, right? So in this inner rotation, you take the hands into a fist, you engage, right? So as you extend out, you de-rotate, so then that rolls the shoulder into neutral. Then you draw the fist in, and that bends and releases your elbows, and then release up, and then through that extension, you release down. Okay? So let's take it to the second side. All right, so that's reconstruction of the joints. I learned that from Yoga Union in New York City. Okay? All right. Reach your right arm up. Bend your right elbow and drop the strap behind you. All right? Then take the left arm out, right? So how are we doing this? Inner rotation with your left hand. Bend your left elbow to reach back behind you so the palms are facing away from you. As you reach back, grab the strap. Then after you grab the strap, you're going to walk your hand in a little bit towards the right shoulder blade. Then you're going to walk your left hand a little bit shorter up the strap, walk your right hand a little bit shorter down the strap, and go as far as you can. Then think about drawing the left shoulder back in space, right elbow up toward the sky, and then leaning it back into a back bend. So you should feel a nice broadening of the front of the left shoulder and openness of the right armpit and the shoulder joint of the underside of the right arm. Come back to neutral spine. So left arm is in inner rotation right now, right? So you're going to release the strap, but you're going to keep the left hand into a fist. Extend the left arm out. So still inner rotation. De-rotate that fist to roll up. Bend your left elbow to draw the arm in. Release your left hand, extend up, release the strap, extend the right arm up, reach, and then release. All right, so that reconstruction of the joints helps you to de-rotate and neutralize your shoulder joints, elbow joints, and wrist joints. All right, so from this seated kneeling position, walk your hands forward, tuck the toes under, press into your toes, lift the knees, and take this very low squatting tuck toe position. And this is to help you neutralize and to come out of that pointed toe position into a tuck toe position. And then start to lengthen out the legs, nice and slow. You feel that, right? So that tension, you need to go slow and then gently walking it out, side to side. Right? You might feel coolness in your legs, feeling for the circulation coming back into the legs. Right? You can walk it out side to side. You can go up and down onto your tiptoes. You can press it strongly back to a down dog. You can shift it forward into a plank. Whatever you want to do, just bring lots of movement so that you can get some circulation back in through those legs. All right. Come back to stillness in your down dog. Remeasure your pose. Raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward. Take the back heel down to the floor. And rise up into Warrior One. So in your Warrior One, the right toes point straight forward, and the right knee is bent. Right knee lines up over the heel. Ground the back heel down at an angle and try to get into full extension of the back leg. Once you have your leg, then start to think about squaring your hips forward, lengthening your spine, a vertical spine, and then raising the arms up. This is your Warrior One. Keep that right leg as is. You're going to rotate in the torso, opening at the hips, moving at the hips into Warrior Two. So right leg stays in that Warrior One position. It all happens at the rotation of the hip and the spine. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Let's take the modified position. Right arm to top your right leg. Stack your shoulders. Raise your left arm up. Now, you feel the right ribs, right? Kind of just sinking. And you need to press into right arm and lift the ribs away from your thigh. And reach up. Take it back up. Warrior Two. Lengthen out the right leg. Gently tip the left hip back slightly as you reach your right hand forward. Right hand can go to top the shin. A little higher if you're less flexible. A little bit lower if you're more flexible. So this is all on your hamstrings, right up the right leg. Then raise your left arm up, and this is your triangle pose. Right? So even though you're pressing some weight onto your shins with your right hand, you don't want to press all the way, right? You want your legs to do a lot of the work. The hand is there just to help you a little bit. All right, take it back up. Reverse triangle, right arm up and back, and stretch the other direction. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank, and then lower all the way down to the belly. Now keeping the hands alongside the rib cage, elbows drawn back. On the inhale, lift up baby cobra. So you're on your belly and your lower ribs, elbows actively drawing back, front of the chest is broadening, upper back is engaging. On the exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're hovering still. Inhale, lift up a little higher. So this time your belly and your ribs away from the floor. The elbows are still deeply bent. And so the lower ribs and the belly, right? And then the elbows are bent. I think that's what I said. Press into your hands. Lift up even higher. And this is your Cobra Pose. Fullest extension of the arms, of course. If that is not possible, keep the elbows bent. I want you to lift up as high as you can. All right, let's start to release. Bend the elbows, take it all the way down. And then press it back up. Feet toward the heels into child's pose. Now, I want you to press strongly into your hands. Use that resistance to push your feet toward the heels first before you release your head and the upper back. And so oftentimes where we don't take this action of pressing into the hands to draw the seat in, you end up being in that very high forward folding position, right? So you don't get to your deepest stretch, you don't get to a proper stretch, and then you're already folding forward. So it's not getting the maximum stretch out of your glutes and your lower back as opposed to if you press into your hands and really get that stretch first before you release forward. All right, take it back up. Down dog. Inhale, raise your left leg up, three-legged dog. Step the left foot forward between your hands, ground the back heel. Left toes point straight forward. Right? So left toes point straight forward means the inside of the left foot is parallel to the side of the mat. Line up the left knee over the heel, standing tall. Ground the back heel down at an angle, fullest extension of the back leg. Square the hips forward. Vertical line with your spine, and then reaching the arms up. This is warrior one. Keep the front leg as is. Now look at your leg if you need to, right? And then open it up for warrior two, right? All the action, all the movement is in the rotation of the hips and the spine. Arms are parallel, reaching opposite direction. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior, left arm up and back. You can support with the right hand to right leg. Side angle. Let's modify it again like we did on the first side. Left arm to left leg, right arm up to the sky. Now again, try not to get heavy with your ribs, but instead press into your arm and lift the ribs away from the left leg. Right? That should also activate your arm and your left shoulder. Inhale, take it back up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg. Tip the right hip slightly back in space. Reach your left hand forward. Modified triangle. Left hand higher up the shins if you're less flexible in the hamstrings. Lower down the shins if you can manage that. And then right arm reaching up. This is your triangle. Take it back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Left foot stepping back plank. Lower all the way down to belly. Again, hands alongside the rib cage. Elbows drawn back. Press your hands down. Your lower ribs and your belly to the floor. Elbows alongside the ribs. Lift the chest. Lower arms all the way down. Inhale, lift it up a little higher. So lower ribs, belly away from the floor. Elbows are still bent. Chest lifted. Lower arms all the way down, and then lift up even higher. Fullest extension of your arm. Cobra Pose. Bend the elbows, release, and then make your way to Child's Pose. Again, right? So using your hands, press strongly to take the seat toward the heels. Now, of course, you can always move your hands back to get more depth out of the pose. Once you have that lower back stretch and the glutes toward the heels, then you can round forward. And hopefully you feel the difference. And take it back up. Come back up. And stay on your shins. Again, take extra padding to your knees if you need to. Now this time, it's going to be harder for those of you guys who don't have the loop. Right? So if you don't have a loop, you're just going to extend the arms forward and go like this. Right? If you have the loop, you're going to take your hands to the wrist and then pull outwardly. Just going to stay here and use this action isometrically. Right? So by now, you should start to feel your shoulders, upper back. Right? I'm beginning to also go into the triceps. Still just holding, very active. Right? So staying here, for those of you who are taking here, pull outwardly. Very active pulling, you're still holding. And so by now, you're beginning to sweat some beads, right? I'm getting really hot just doing this right now. There's a lot of energy being expended here. Because I'm engaging, I'm beginning to feel my core in action too. Not just my arms and my shoulders anymore. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. You feel it? Right? So you can move around your hands a little bit. Maybe move your neck and your shoulders a little bit. Right? We'll do that one more time with the arms extended upwards. All right, so this time I'll demonstrate without the loop. Right? So for those of you who don't have a loop with a strap, you're just holding your you're holding your towels or you're holding your belt, right? Any of those things like a string or rope. All right, so pull out, reach up, and keep pulling. You're holding here. For those of you using a loop, let's see. I feel like I'm on an episode of Survivor, right? Where you're holding something indefinitely. Right? So by now, your arms and your shoulders just start to feel a lot of burn, right? Right? My heat is picking up again. Right? So that few breaths help to cool me down a little bit before, in between, right? Now I'm definitely heating up again. Now my upper back is really feeling it. Right? My deltoids, my serratus, my trapezius are now beginning to kick in a little bit. Let's take another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Wow. Right? So massage a little bit. Circulation back. Right? These are possibly simple looking kind of movements, right? But they're very powerful, isn't it? All right, so I'm sure your feet, your legs are beginning to feel quite tight again. So let's release them. Walk your hands slightly forward. Start to lift the feet. Right? So you feel the rush of blood. Tuck the toes under. Again, roll over to your tuck toes and then just shift back in this squatting position. This just helps you neutralize, right? I feel that tingling, that coolness in my feet, in my ankles, and my shins right now. All right, keep supporting, start to lengthen out. So in a very short down dog, and just keep your hands supporting, keep your knees bent if you need, and just kind of sway it out side to side. You know, I was just about to say, let's go into pigeon, but I think we've been on the shins so much, right? I don't think it's necessary. All right, so instead, what we will do is bend the knees and take the feet down. All right, and let's lower onto our back for the stick bridge. With the hands to either side, slide the hands out and lower onto your back. Bend your knees, walk your heels in. With your fingertips, feel for the back of the heel. Now note that your feet should be hips width distance. So think 1 or 2 fists distance, okay? Then ground the palms to the floor and the underside of the arms, and then press your heels down to lift the feet. As you lift the feet, the lower back, mid-back starts to come away from the floor, so you should be balancing on your upper back, your shoulder blades, the back of the head. Right, you can stay here if you want, or start to walk your hands toward each other and interlace your fingers. Once you have your fingers interlaced, shift to one side, walk your shoulder in, shift to the other, walk your other shoulder in. So go side to side a few more times until you walk your shoulder blades toward each other, and your upper arms are closer in toward each other, standing on your shoulder blades and upper back. Now, once you have that, press your hands to the floor, press your heels to the floor, and see if you can lift the hips up even higher. Now, if your knees are splayed out to the side, I want you to press them back in toward center. They don't need to touch. The indicator is I want you to feel for your big toe mound and your pinky toes to be pressing evenly to the floor. Right? And that should give you a sense that your knees are lined up. And start to release your hands, lower back onto the floor. And then walk your feet out about max width distance and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. All right, come back to center. If your straps are still near you, grab it. Right, and again, whether you use a loop or the straps themselves, that's okay. Either is fine. Right? So I'm going to demonstrate with just a strap. You're going to grab the strap lengthwise, bend your right knee, take the foot with your strap, extend the leg up, and grab both sides and pull with your hands as you push up with your leg. So you're nice and activated. The lower back and the sacrum should feel like they're really flattening toward the floor. And as you pull with your hands, your shoulder blades are now flattening toward the floor as well. So the entire back, from your sacrum all the way to the upper back, should be flattening toward the floor. As you resist with your leg, pushing upwards, you're pulling down with your hands. So you're in a very active position here. Now you may remain here for the next few breaths. For those of you with more flexibility, you're going to draw the leg in and overhead, which then forces you to stretch your hamstrings a little more. The elbows can go outwardly to shorten your arms. Just keep pulling in. Holding that, another 3 breaths. All right, start to release, re-extend the leg. Now take both sides of the strap to the right hand. Keep the right leg extended the best you can. Left arm out to the side to ground, and then start to open up the leg to the right side the best you can. Now, once you get to a certain point, if you can extend the left leg out as well, extend the left leg out. And then just keep opening up the leg to the right side as far as you can go. And take the right leg back up. You're going to switch hands, left hand to grab the strap. Right arm out to the sides for grounding. Keep the shoulder blades flat. And then start to rotate to the left. Start. Take it back up. Bend your right knee. And release. All right, second side. So you're going to bend both knees first, right? That's how we started. Take the strap. All right, grab the foot with the strap and start to extend the leg first, full extension of the arm. So as you then pull with your hands, you're resisting with the leg pushing up. So your leg is nice and active here. As you continue to work here, those of you with more flexibility, start to bend the elbows. And the heel, the foot goes higher up and closer toward you as you keep stretching the left back of the leg. Alrighty, start to release. Take the strap to the left hand. Reach your right arm out in a T position and then start to open up the left heel out to the left side. Go slow. Now you're going to get to a certain point where then you want to extend the right leg out and ground the right leg toward the floor. And keep moving the left leg over to the left side. Begin to take the left leg back up and switch hands. Right hand to grab the strap, left arm out first, and then start to roll to outer right leg, outer right hip, as you twist to the right. Keep your left arm, left shoulder blades flat to the floor. All right, so for those of you who are beginning to get serious about practicing at home, it really is a great idea to get yourself some straps, some blocks, and some blankets. I recommend cork blocks because I like the stability of cork blocks. I like cotton straps with like seat buckles, not the D-rings, okay? The D-rings I think are tricky to work, but the buckles, like, the snap buckles, they are so much more convenient to work with, right? So I highly recommend the plastic snap buckles. Blankets, I also prefer cotton blankets over wool blankets because you can wash cotton anytime you want. All right, let's start to take the left leg back up to center. Bend your left knee. Release your strap. Step the left foot down. Then also bend your right knee, step the right heel in. Let's hug both knees in. And start to take some circles in one direction. Come back to center, take circles in the other direction. Come back to center again. Step the feet to the floor. Slide the legs forward. Toes turned out. Arms alongside the body. Palms face up. Let the shoulders release. Let the head release. Eyes are closed. Breath is soft. Shavasana, final relaxation. Let it all go. Start to draw the breath back in, moving the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep. And let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. I appreciate your time. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the streaming schedule, as well as my payment information for Venmo and for PayPal. Venmo is my preferred way of payment, and my handle is Simha Yoga Lab. And the 4-digit ID code, if you're prompted for it, is 8096. Classes are $10, and if you're having a difficult time right now, $5 is fine. Please do the best you can. And I'm streaming on Instagram and on Facebook, and the videos have been uploaded onto YouTube. And so my YouTube channel is Simha Yoga Lab. And so all the videos are available to you 24/7. You can watch it anywhere, anytime. If you are looking to visit the studio, my in-studio classes are at 25% capacity, so it's limited space. So you do need to go to the website, look for the section with the pink text. That's the full instructions on what to do. And then also you need to make sure that you download the waiver, and then from there, either e-sign the waiver and save it, or you can print it out, actually fill in your name and your telephone number, either scan that or photograph that. And then with that file, when you email me for your pre-registration for the class, then you can attach the waiver, and I'll have that every time. So make sure that also when you pre-register for class, you reauthorize by reattaching that waiver every time. So it does make sense to save it, right? Or you can just forward your previous email every time, so then the attachment is always there. So on the subject line for your email for pre-registration, you put your full name, your date and the time in which you would like to take the class, and then send it to me, and then I will reconfirm whether or not I can accommodate you. So that's the general process. Just look on the website. It's all there for you. All right, so thank you for your time again. Be well. Take care. I will see you soon.